Hello everyone and welcome to this video showing how to add the JarDesign Neo engines onto the Toliss Airbus 321. So what we want to do first of all is go to our X-Plane 11 aircrafts folder, and you want to make sure you've got the 320 in there from JarDesign, as well as the Toliss Airbus 321. I'm using the latest version and it seems to work absolutely fine. So what we're going to do first of all is copy our Toliss A321 folder and paste it into our aircrafts folder. What that's going to do is give us a base that we're able to edit and put the engines onto. So we're going to rename that folder first of all. We're going to call it Airbus 321 or A321 Neo. Okie dokie, lovely. So what we then want to do is go into our 320 from JarDesign. We'll go into the objects folder and it brings up this whole list of objects. What you want to do is find the Pratt & Whitney engines. To do so, I simply go to the search box, type PW, press enter, and it brings up these 8 items. I want to select all of them and copy them like so. And then we go back to our A321 Neo folder that we've just created, go into the objects folder, and we want to go to home at the top and click on new folder and type PW engines like that. What we then do is paste our copied objects files into this new folder. So we click paste and here they all are. There should be 8 items in total. What we then want to do is rename one of the files, and that's the pw1000g_2.obj, and we're going to rename that one to engines.obj. Okie dokie. So that's pretty much it for the file side of things. Don't really need to do anything more with that, not at this point in time anyway. So then what you want to do is go to PlaneMaker, and to access PlaneMaker, if you go to X-Plane 11, your root directory for X-Plane, towards the bottom we've got planemaker.exe. Double click on that and it should load it up. So it can take a little while to load up, it's not a problem, just give it a few minutes. Okie dokie, so when you load up PlaneMaker for the first time, it will load up something like this. No idea really what it's meant to be. It's like a tube of some sort, but has no relevance, doesn't matter. What we're going to do is go to the top where it says File and click Open, and it should load up this window with these 2 folders on the left. So we should have X-Plane 11 and we should have Aircraft. We want to click on Aircraft and then click on the A321 Neo folder that we've just made. We're then going to select A321.acf, and on the right hand side it has all of the repaints that we've got installed. We don't need to worry about which one we select. I tend to do it just with the default paint. We then want to click on Open Aircraft at the bottom. And here we go. We can see it's loaded the Airbus 321 from Toliss into PlaneMaker. As you can see, it's missing the front and rear doors. It's got no engines as well, and the front wheel, is in the wrong location with no gear doors, and well, Yeah, it's got the nose wheel down, but no main wheels down. Don't need to worry about that. I did it first, but yeah, no, don't need to worry about it. If you've got it with the animations going, what you want to do is go to Special, click Show with Still/Moving Controls. As you can see, it's got the animations going there. The gear is completely messed up, and the door. Want to turn that all off, so everything's stationary, like so. Okie dokie. So then what we want to do is go to Standard at the top, click on Misc Objects, and it loads up this window on the left with lots of objects inside. What we want to do is scroll to about halfway to where engines.obj is, and then what we want to do is click on the little grey square just to the left of engines.obj, and it brings up this window. So this window is showing our A321 Neo file. It's got our objects folder in there, as well as all the objects that we've got within, and it's also got our new folder that we made in there, which is PW Engines. So what you want to do is select engines.obj and then click Open Object. So that's loaded the engines into PlaneMaker, and you can see those on the right hand side. We can however see they are in the wrong location, so we need to do something about that. So on the left hand side you can see it's got these three boxes with lots of arrows on the top and lots of arrows on the bottom. What you want to do is select the first box so that it's 1.00, like so, and then the last of the three boxes we want to make -1.50, and that puts the engines in the right location. What we then want to do is select the kill data ref and copy it. So simple as Control-C to copy it. Go down to the bottom of the list and click Add 3 times. So that'll add 3 new areas that we can put objects and do whatever with. What you want to do is paste that data ref that we've just copied into the kill data ref box for all 3 new bits that we've just made. You then want to click on the grey square next to the first one and select pw1000g_1.obj, open the object, and that's in the first object box. We then want to do the same for the 2 normal files and put those into the other 2 boxes, like so. So it should look like this. What you then want to do is adjust the numbers on the 3 boxes to the left for each of those 3 objects to exactly the same as what we've just done for the engines.obj, like so. Okay, so it should look like this, and as you can see it's got the engines on the right hand side now looking like they are in the right location. One last thing that we need to do on this section is where it's pw1000g_1.obj, you'll see it says shadow mode, none. We want to change that, so if you click on the none and then click on all views on the drop down, and that's it. We then click the little cross at the top right of the box, and it loads us back into the full window for PlaneMaker. And as you can see, we've now got those big engines onto the Airbus 321, and it looks pretty good. So what we then need to do is we need to save that file. So go to File and Save. So what I did is I adjusted the standard definition A321 as well. It's up to you if you want to do that. At the moment we've only amended the high resolution A321, but we can adjust the standard definition one as well. And to do so we simply go back to Open, and instead of clicking A321.acf we click A321_std_def.acf. Again, it doesn't matter what repaint we choose, and we click on Open Aircraft. So it's now loading the standard definition A321 into PlaneMaker. To fit the engines, it's exactly the same process. As you can see, we've now loaded up the aircraft, it's missing the engines, and everything's in a messed up location. Go to standard, MISC objects, scroll down till you see engines.obj, click on the little box next to it, go to PW engines, and click on engines.obj. It's the same location for the engines as it was on the other Airbus, so we need to fit those on here and copy the data ref. Then go down to the bottom, add those 3 new boxes, paste the kill data ref into each of them, and then click on the little grey square and add the other 3 objects in. Like so. We then need to set the location, exactly the same as we did for engines.obj. And set the shadow mode for pw1000g_1.obj, shadow mode all views, and click on the cross, and then file and save. So that's it, that's all we've got to do to add the engines onto the aircraft. What we then need to do is load up X-Plane, and it should hopefully work. So if we go to new flight, we should then see in our aircrafts window the 321s that we've got. So we've got 2 that are high definition, and we've got the 2 standard definition ones. If you hover over the icon, it should come up with the directory for the aircraft. So we can see aircraft A321 Neo /A321.acf. So that's in our Neo folder. And the same with the standard definition one, which is the one that I'm going to be loading in. The icon for it will have the standard CFM or IAE engines. Don't worry about it, it's not a problem. When it loads into the sim, that's something you can change by generating new icons. I'm going to load in at Toliss, and we'll see if it's worked. Okie dokie, so we've loaded up the 321. If we go to an outside view, you can see we've got the Neo engines on there. That's looking pretty good. If we go to the plugins section, go to Toliss, open ISCS screen, and then under aircraft configuration, leave the engine type to auto. It doesn't actually matter because we've got the engines on there. Wingtips have sharklets? Yes. Has SATCOM antenna is entirely up to you, and number of ACTS is again entirely up to you. Save the aircraft config, and voila, we've got the Airbus 321 Neo by Toliss. So obviously you're probably wanting some Airbus 321 Neo repaints. If you go to the xplane.org website, there is a fantastic A321 Neo repaint pack, which has a lot of liveries on there. And that's made by Simon JH98. Pretty good. I'll put the link in the description below. I've also made a Airbus 321 Neo livery pack as well. There's, I believe, 3 liveries that I've made in there, including the one with the Paris to New York emblems on there as well. Again, the link will be in the description below. There is also a really good sound set. I'll go through possibly on another video on how to add that into this aircraft that we've just sorted. But otherwise, that's it from me. I hope you've managed to follow along. If there's any questions, leave them in the comments section below. Give it a like, subscribe, and I hope to speak to you all very soon. Thank you.